There's all the prerequisites that I think Neil and I have hit on. You need to have some areas of specialization. You need to have a good mix of hard skills. You need to understand the sports management ecosystem and landscape. But I also look for soft skills. I mean, I want to be able to shake your hand or bump your elbow or whatever we're doing after COVID, but I want to be able to have a conversation with you and understand what your motivations are and sort of get to know you at an intellectual level. There's a lot of people in sports who are really qualified and simply can't have a conversation or communicate their intellect to others without sort of a lack of friction, right? So soft skills are more important than ever because we've all spent so much time looking into a screen and so much time now isolating into our screens that sometimes we forget. You can have the best ideas in the world if you can't communicate them or put them in a professional format or medium for me to digest them as a manager. It's going to be very hard for me to want to get you in front of our clients or in front of our fans or in front of our owner. You know, that's what I'm thinking of when I look at people coming in is this a person, someone I can polish and work with and grow, who's willing to grow, who then I can put in front of key stakeholders and feel comfortable with that. And a lot of that is soft skill development. You know, I learn a lot from Neel, knowing Neel. Like, I think it's something he thrives in, and just being able to collaborate and communicate with another human is definitely a skill you have to practice, you know? So it's a mix. I know that's a roundabout answer of saying it's a lot of different things, but I really look for that blend of a human element with a critical thinking element.
Everyone's probably going to hit on this. The communication skills, it's so critical. And especially in this time where we're not going to be seeing each other as much physically, we are relying on writing a very good email. We are relying on writing a nice LinkedIn post or even a good WhatsApp message, whatever it might be. And even if we can write, somebody asked on the chat about sports journalism. That's a very important part of this, what's happening in the industry right now. Content is king at this point. And if you can write a great article and even a very compelling blog post. So this is the period to really develop your communication skills. It's an art to be able to be on Zoom and talk to people. It's a different art. Some are great at it, some are not great at it, but we're going to be needing to do this more often as well. So one is communication skills. Two is decision-making skills. In this period of COVID and also the period afterwards, we need people who can kind of just make decisions and have, you know, certain ability to look at a lot of data and look at a lot of different scenarios and make a call where they don't need a lot of hand-holding. And so, you know, looking at opportunities to develop and sharpen your decision-making skills. I'd say three is then it goes into those hard skills. So if, one of our future students in our next cohort, he's talking to me about learning graphic design right now. And I think it's great. And I said, go for it. We talked about video editing, we talked about Tableau, we talked about, you know, Microsoft Excel or Office. Just pick up something and really go deeper into that. So you become not so much an expert if you can, but you just be more knowledgeable than me or anybody else that's looking at employing you. So we're looking at, and what goes into Will's point, that's growth. For me, if you know 5 languages, I may not need you to know those 5 languages for my job, but that teaches me that you're somebody who's willing to learn. You have discipline, and you don't need to be told to do something. You just do it because you feel like it's good for your own growth. And what we're looking for as employers right now from all of you guys and anybody out in the industry is looking for jobs. And I know what my bosses are always looking for me is, am I able to communicate? Am I able to make decisions? And do I seem like somebody who's ready to grow and doesn't need handholding to do that? You can do it as a self-starter. If you can show those things through your portfolio and your person and your persona, you're going to be great out there. But if you're kind of waiting and being a little lazy and a little down and negative right now for too long, you're going to get passed by a lot of other people and wondering how come those opportunities didn't come. So this is the time to keep checking in and doing those 3 things.